Hey friends, welcome back. My name is Tory if you're new here, and today I'm going to take you through a cozy, realistic day in my life at home. We don't have a lot of errands to run today, and I just wanted to get some meal prepping done, some of the household chores, and a grocery haul. So stay tuned till the end. I have a few thoughts that have been on my mind, and I was going to sit and chat with you about that, but I did want to give you a glimpse into more of the boring side of things. As a stay-at-home mom, I'm doing a lot of the same things every single day, and I have found a lot of beauty in that, I guess, what other people would call mundane lifestyle. So I'm hoping that this serves as inspiration to you if you want to change up your day and make it look a little different every day, or if you want to embrace that scheduled routine. If you're new here, I would love it if you hit the subscribe button. We keep it pretty real over here, and I would love to have you as part of our little YouTube family here. So again, starting out the day strong with a good breakfast, a little work on the computer, some electrolytes that I can't get enough of, and a chance to stop and smell the roses. So I've talked about the top 5 for me, and these are 5 things that are non-negotiables that I try and get done every day. And one of them is self-care. I made myself breakfast. Self-care can look so much different to just about everyone. Some days I put a face mask on. Sometimes I do my makeup. Sometimes I sit in the garden. It really depends. But number 2 on the list is preparing food. So I'm making my husband's lunch and some dinner for us, as well as preparing some vegetables. And then I'm going to make some high protein snacks. I don't do the high protein snacks every day, but I do try and make ahead some meals that we need for the week. Number 3 on the list for my non-negotiables is going to be dishes, whether that be a load of the dishwasher, putting away some, or just getting some pots and pans out of the way. I try and keep the sink pretty clean, but it doesn't always happen. And then these are going to be the dinners. I made like a summer pasta for my husband, and then some potatoes and chicken for us. And then I made these pizza bombs. So I just did the Greek yogurt dough that I always do, some tomato sauce, and then some cheese, and then I put them in the oven in a muffin pan, and the kids really love them, and they're great for you. And while I was making the high protein pizza bombs, I did the same with muffins. So I just did blueberry muffins, and instead of milk, I just added Greek yogurt, and then I added some of our chicken eggs. I will say this has become kind of our new norm with 4 kids, and that is trying to get bath time done, at least for 2 of them, once in the morning. I know that sounds strange, but I find that it's much more manageable, and we have a well at this house, so the hot water isn't used up all at one time. I can just use it during the day, if that makes sense. So today was bathroom day. I at least try and get one thing checked off on my weekly prep list, and I don't clean my bathroom every day. I'd say I do it maybe once a week. So I'm doing a deep clean of the sinks here. I do the mirrors, wipe down the walls, try and organize, and then I do the toilets and shower, but I typically don't show that on the channel. It kind of grosses me out when people do, but you do you. That is just part of my everyday mom life. made a quick BLT for my husband, and then I gave the baby some snuggles, and we got a Walmart order. So I'm just going to briefly go through here. I probably won't name everything because I don't have a plan for it, but sometimes I have things saved in my list, and I just make grocery lists and I order it when we need it. So I wanted to do my nails. I know that's not a necessity, but I do save money by doing my own nails, and these press-ons were only $6. So they last me about a week and a half, and I am pretty rough on my hands. I do a lot of gardening, I do a lot of dishes, so I honestly think those Impress press-ons work really well. I got some grass-fed beef and then some more Greek yogurt, of course the staples, apples, and some easy oven-ready snacks. I've been liking this Better Goods brand. They're not perfect, but they have some pretty cool, like, unique ingredients. So I needed to get some things for my son's lunch, and that's kind of what I wanted to talk to you about at the end of the video. So stay tuned if you want to chime in and maybe give me some advice. So I wanted an entryway, like not a grand entryway, but a entryway catch-all for our shoes and all of the things. I cannot afford the one that I want, but I did find this semi-cheap one on Amazon. I think it was like $22, and they have all different colors. They have white, but I thought the black looked good. I just needed a place where I could put things. So I have some decorations on here. It's very, very, not weak, but it's not the strongest, so I'm not going to put a ton of things on there, but it was helpful and inexpensive. Hey, hi, we are back from school pickup. I'm going to have to crop this shot out. I am feeding Mason right now. And if you breastfeed babies and use the haka, you know that the babies kick the haka off the one side. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's very specific, but I would suggest getting a milk catcher that adheres to you. And just can like sit into your bra or tank top. I have those too, but I just don't have it with me right now. But yeah, I wanted to pop on and just like fill you in on what's going on. The mount laundry behind me needs to get done. My husband has off today, but he worked last night, so he slept essentially for the day. So I had the girls, and yeah, we've been really trying our best to like get used to this new normal of ours because Wilder goes to school now. So I'm experiencing all the things like drop off and pick up, and he's nagging me about like the bus, like, and he's just too young and he's very curious. So we're not doing the bus, so we're doing pickup and drop off. But I don't know. I have to laugh because I never thought I would be going through any of these things, not like going through them, but experiencing them. So, I'm just trying to get used to our new normal. I've had so many questions like, what brought you to this choice? Honestly, ultimately, it was him. He expressed interest, and I always said to myself, even if we homeschool, if a child wants to try out school, then that's totally fine with me. So he's trying it out. He likes it. He says there's a lot of rules, but he says our house has a lot of rules, which is not true. We're pretty chill. We just want to raise, respectful members of society. So I guess that makes us a lot of rules in our house. But anyways, I don't know, the big struggle that I have with the kids, just like knowing what I know about food and how it affects us and how it affects behavior specifically towards each person. I guess I was just like taken aback trying to maneuver the school system's food and lunches and things like that, because I said to myself, oh, it's fine, I'll just pack him a lunch and it won't be a problem. But I'm running into, hey, there was a corn dog and I really wanted to buy a corn dog, but I couldn't because there wasn't money in my account or whatever. And we're trying to, what's that, bud? We're trying to explain to him that some school lunches, depending on where you are in the country, they're great. But unfortunately, the school lunches that we have here in PA at my specific school, it's just, I don't know, it's not perfect. And I'm not saying I'm ungrateful for that. Like I'm happy that they feed the kids, obviously, and it's 10 times better than what we were fed, but I still know what I know about enriched flour with him, and how it affects his behavior. I don't think they do many like dyes or anything like that, but I mean, they use big products. So like products with corn syrup and high sugar and just like processed stuff that he's not normally used to. And I'm finding that at lunch, he likes to chat and talk and he doesn't eat his lunch. He's curious about recess, which, I mean, I, as a teacher, used to experience that all the time. And we'd have parents coming in saying like, hunt them down, make sure they eat. But the reality of it is it's just not sustainable for volunteers and people that work in the cafeteria to be doing that. So I'm really just not complaining about him or his choices. I'm just like, I'm really trying to work through that. And I know a lot of you have experience in this, so it would be great if you have any tips because I'm struggling. I'm trying to offer a balance of food in his lunches of things that he enjoys and then things that, you know, he needs to eat for protein and fiber and just like being a growing boy. I'm super excited that they only allow water. They like specifically said, don't bring juice, don't bring Gatorade. I'm like, okay, fine. So they have water and then they have milk at lunch, which is 1% milk. I'm not expecting raw milk to be at the school, but it's 1% milk, and they have chocolate and white milk, and you know, chocolate's typically high fructose corn syrup. That's what they put in there, and then they have the gums in there and all the strange things. So yeah, he figured out there's free breakfast and he chose cereal, which we don't really eat cereal, and chocolate milk, which, I mean, I get, he's curious. We don't eat that typically. Has he had it in his life? Sure. But I don't know. I'm trying to allow him to just like make his decisions without me, but he's also 6 and yeah, I don't know. That's where my heart is right now. I promised myself I'd get on here and chat about things and try and fill you in on things. Obviously, I'm postpartum, so my hormones are everywhere. And the other night, it was either last night or before, all the kids got up at the same time at like 3 in the morning. I'm like, oh my gosh. I texted my husband. I'm just like, how are we going to do this? But then, you know, there are days where I'm just like, yeah, we got this. And that's where I'm at. So if anyone can relate to that, I'm here in the trenches with you. And I'm also like trying to get our routine back in check. I'm also starting homeschool curriculum with Delilah, but I am doing different homeschool kindergarten with her just because she learns differently. So I'm really focusing on some activities for her, but then I found some dance classes for her, and I found some really interesting art classes, and I think she'll enjoy that. And then Millie eventually can enjoy it as well. Unfortunately, Millie has like major FOMO, so if she is not doing dance with Delilah, she's gonna lose her mind. So we're gonna have to figure out something with that. You know, Mason, he does what he does. He's a newborn, so that won't be a problem. But it'll be nice to get his immunity up so I can actually like start going places again. I'm such a, I don't know, freak about that kind of thing. But we still have doctor's appointments going back and forth. And to me, his mom, you know, he's growing and thriving, but it's all the things, the cascade of interventions that leads to problems post-birth. So we're dealing with that. And, you know, I am like a work from home mom technically, and although the income side of it, I don't really bring in that much. I try my best. On the other channel, I've just been having such a struggle with companies actually paying me, and it's interfering with our groceries and, you know, how we live, and it's getting a little out of hand. So I need to redo my media kit, and I'm trying to film a video for you guys on this channel about how to get started on YouTube. I know some of you are interested, so I want to include that in there, but I'm still learning myself to reformulate this media kit. So I need to go in there and, I don't know, be not as passive as I am, because I don't have like a brand manager. I don't have anybody. It's just me. So if someone's gonna like skip out on me when it comes to payment, it's just me saying, hey, you need to pay me, and then them ignoring me. And it just really sucks. So really got to figure that out. But yeah, I think that's it. I think that's all I wanted to say. I just wanted to take you through a typical realistic day, just like moving back into our routines with ease. That is the goal. So drop down in the comments if you're still here. Thank you for all the support. Honestly, this channel, every time I come here, there's just someone in the comments saying so many positive things, and it just, I mean, it never goes beyond me if you're ever wondering. So I appreciate every single one of you, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye, y'all.